Okay, so here's a little uh, informational snippet about Doom 2099. This is the uh, December 17th, 2024 spotlight card for Marvel Snap, new card, and I just happened to across it myself, so I figured I'd do a little breakdown on what can be done to counter it if you're facing it and you don't have it yourself yet. I've seen it work so far in a couple different cases where a player will have some other great ongoing cards and Spectrum to use, and you'll see why in a second. So Doom itself is a 4/2 saying after each turn, add a Doombot 2099 to a random location if you played exactly one card. And the Doombot 2099s are also 4/2s that say ongoing, your other Doombots in Doom have +1 power. So you might be thinking, what do I do for this? Because these are two radically difficult card types to counter. So I made up a couple decks based on collection level. Maybe you don't have as many Series 4s or 5s. The first one contains US Agent. The ongoing saying 4, 5, and 6 have -4 power. Obviously, that would affect the base Doom 2099 and the bots. It's kind of nice. Lizard for ongoing, you have -4 power if your opponent has 4 cards here. Obviously, it's a 2/5. It's a really great stat line, and theoretically, they aren't filling. However, as we'll see, um, as you see more and more of this card get worked in there, that could certainly happen. Rogue, obviously, stealing an ongoing ability, pretty important for one of the bots. Red Guardian is here specifically for the base Doom that's adding Doom bots, provided the opponent hasn't been smart enough to play something lower power at that same location. You could theoretically hit it and their Doom bots will stop. So that would be nice. Ghost is here because I wanted Ghost. I don't know why Ghost is here. You could probably cut Ghost. Ghost is not all that great. Luna Snow, obviously very new card as well as of currently the time of this video this week. It's a great energy cheat for you, but also sadly it does affect your enemy as well. So keep that in mind. But theoretically, they aren't able to take advantage of that extra energy because they're trying to play one card per turn on turns 5 and 6. So theoretically, they won't destroy their ice cube. They won't be using all of that energy. So maybe Luna Snow paired maybe with Red Hulk, which is not in this deck actually, might have been smart, but we'll see about that. Shang-Chi, just in case they're putting out extra power, it's just a great destroy card for in case they've got other power scaling up across the board as well. Absorbing Man, to repeat a couple cards we talked about. Rogue, if you want to try to squish the Doom bots, although that, again, that can be hard probably by the time you've got Absorbing Man played. You've got to do some level of predicting, so there's that. Absorbing Man is also here for Enchantress, removing all the abilities from all ongoing cards here. And this is a bit risky in the case of US Agent, but Enchantress is a great hit for Lizard, Ghost, and of course the next one up, Typhoid Mary, which is the ongoing that minuses your power for cards at that location if you've managed to play it along with Lizard or with some other maybe randomly added ongoing that is doing a minus effect. That might be nice. Professor X is here to block more Doombots. Again, kind of hard with that to get it down in time without that Luna Snow, but it's at least an option if you've gotten some other energy cheat in the game as well. And then Ronan the Accuser, specifically because you're conscious of the fact that probably in all likelihood, if your opponent knows, if you know that your opponent is doing the Doombot 2099 strat, that they probably are going to have a lot of cards in their hands. So Ronan's almost guaranteed to be huge. So anyway, this is for if you've done a bit of unlocking and have every card in the game or whatever. That's there. If you don't have all of that, that's understandable. For this other version with low collection level, I tried to grab stuff that comes in at series 4 and lower or 3 and lower. No, he's 3. I think we might be all series 3. Yeah, okay. Series 1. For this, we have most of the same. The same cards are Lizard, Rogue, Shang-Chi, Absorbing Man, Enchantress, Typhoid Mary, Professor X, and Ronan. So to replace Red Guardian, you've got Echo here. And the Doombots don't play. They just are added. So this isn't as good as I thought, but Echo is such a solid anchor card that you can't really deny how good she is. So keep her in there, and that's why not. Maximus to make your opponent draw 2 cards. And again, that's kind of is a no-brainer paired with Ronan, but it'll also overwhelm their hand, maybe deny them 1 or 2 draws if on turn 4 they suddenly are trying to bot up across the board. Black Widow, same concept. Player on 3, activator on 4, make it so that they can't draw another high-value card. Now, you might think that it's not actually as much of a detraction in this case. It just means that the Widow's Bite is the thing they have to play if they want to make use of that 2099 ability. It's a nice way to maybe guarantee that they might have to take somewhat of a hit, depending on what the board looks like already by that point. Crystal, pretty much same effect as Maximus, except for it helps you out too if you're behind the curve at some point on turn 3 and you have Crystal, and there's a chance that your opponent might be going the Doom route. Then maybe making sure that they're flooded early in is an option. Absorbing Man could repeat either Maximus or Crystal, or again Rogue Enchantress. So lots of abilities. This would have been way more solid. Black Widow would have absolutely been a way more solid addition, especially with Absorbing Man or even Grandmaster, which I don't own yet. The problems with card acquisition that we're all experiencing. But this is a Grandmaster would go really, really nicely with a variety of these abilities to counter out those Doombots. Specifically, I'm thinking Rogue or Enchantress. That'd be wild. That would be absolutely nutty because it would allow you to kill a Doombot on one location, a side location, then do it again middle. Utterly amazing option there. So yeah. I won't go into the strats for using Doom 2099, mostly because I haven't yet. I unlocked this like 10 minutes ago. So, but that's the goal, is to squish not only abilities themselves. Oh, another way to kill this guy before he got too out of hand on turn 5 would be Lady Deathstrike, because on turn 5 he'll only be buffed to 3. So that would be huge as well if you happen to have Lady Deathstrike unlocked. So as you can see, many ways around it, ways to play with it. I'll leave that to guys who are, unlocked him yesterday instead of today. Thanks for watching.